Hey guys and girls, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of Blood and Bones with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always. I am back at the Blood Magic Altar area, yes, and the first thing is we've had a update, so we've updated to the new version of the pack. It's changed around some of the ore spawns and thingamabobs like that, and one of the most noticeable differences, if you look at the bottom right hand corner, you can actually see my saturation bars now. If any of the chicken chunks are yellow, that's basically another saturation level, so as we move around, you'll also see a little grey bar behind all the chicken chunk things, kind of going up, and when it reaches the top, if I run it goes real fast, you'll see one of the chicken legs loses half of its saturation. So now at least we've got a good way of telling when we're going to need to eat and such. And another cool thing as well is if we go in here and I grab a lemon jelly sandwich and I go over it, you'll actually see how much saturation it's going to give back. So it shows the yellow bars kind of flashing, gives you a good indication of how much you're going to get back from it, which is nice. So you want to try and eat the more kind of filling meals as you can, because things like smoothies and stuff are kind of useless really, because they don't give you much back. But there's that one. Some of the other changes include that we now have diamond dollies have been disabled in the crafting recipe. I do still have mine in here because I already had one, but I guess we're gonna have to, I just won't use it, or I'll throw it away or something. We'll get rid of it later. We'll have a ritual burning of the diamond dolly in some lava. That'll be a thing. But in the last episode, we started getting ready to make our bound armor from blood magic, and we made ourselves most of the bits that we need. We started doing our filled sockets. Now I have enough to do a full set. I don't have enough for Nemsun just yet, but I'm going to do that once I finish recording. I'll try and, well, it's not really much of a grind. You just have to kind of stand here as your blood goes up, and then you make filled sockets. Hey, it's not bad. At least I can have a cup of tea, eh? But I got most of the bits that I need now for this, so we're going to go ahead and create ourselves some armor. So let's go in here and get out our filled sockets. I'll take the full stack first. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a very basic set, because I don't want to go making the really good sets yet until I have a tier 5 altar, because I want to add the orbs to it, the master orbs, so that it neglects any of the sigil effects that we add to it. But we're going to add one sigil to it today, just to help out, because I do want to go to the Nether. So let's do this. Let's make some booties. There we go. And the next one we're going to do is going to be some pantaloons, I believe. So let's make some pantaloons. There we are. Good times. Next one's going to be a helmet. And the last one is going to be our chest plate. But I'm going to do this slightly differently this time. So when you make this armor, you can add sigils to it, the regular sigils that we have, the ones I have inside these guys at the minute, and with the sigils, they add effects to your armor. So I'm going to add this guy, a lava sigil, and what this is going to do is it's going to give me fire protection. Yeah, which is pretty funky, right? But unless you have any type of orb in there, it's just going to come straight out your LP network. So as you have it on, it's going to be practically like you're using it. Obviously that places down lava, but it still uses LP from your network. So until I have a tier 5 altar and I have a master blood orb, if I add that to the armor pieces, we'll be able to then negate the LP cost of having sigils inside our armor, which is kind of cool, and that's why I'm not going to add many sigils today. Another thing that I have built over here, if we have a look, is a ritual of unbinding, because when you add sigils and parts to your armor, it has to be done in the creation phase, kind of over there. You can't add them in separately, but if you want to change them around, you can do that. So you'd put your armor in here and you'd unbind it for a ritual, just like you do with the ritual of binding. But it gives you all the parts back, so you don't lose anything, but I guess it takes some LP to do it, so that's one thing. But we're going to need something to prime it, so let's grab my blade, we'll get some zombies out, and we're going to beat on a zombie quickly, because we need ourselves a weak blood shard. And we only need one, they're kind of a little bit stuck up there, maybe. There we go. Alright, so we got a weak blood shard, and we got some rotten flesh. Lovely. So let's go and prime this and get it ready. So first things first, we're going to have to make the shape. So regular shape for a piece of armor. And let's turn that off as well. There we go. And we're going to prime it with a weak blood shard. There we go. So now we can add a sigil to it. Let's get the sigil we want, our lava sigil. And we're going to pop that in there as well. Now, with the weak blood shards, you can use demonic blood shards, which we'll go into later. And they allow you to add 2 kind of upgrades to it. But with the weak blood shard, you can only add 1. So when we add the 2 to it, that's going to be pretty strong. But for the time being, we'll just go with this one. So now that we've got that, we've got our bound chest plate. If we have a look inside these, it says Devilish Protection. Yes. But if we look in this one, it says Devilish Protection, item in slot 0, Weak Blood Shard, item in slot 1, Lava Sigil. Pretty cool, right? Now, the basic effect of wearing all of this without any of the sigils added is that you get protection against any type of physical damage. You still take damage from other things like elements and such, but you won't take damage from physical, and what it will do instead is it will take the damage you take out of your LP network. So you need to make sure you've generally always got a nice bit of LP in your network, but except for that, you're fairly set. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and bind these to ourselves. There we go. Owner Simonel. So let's pop that guy on. And we'll do the same with this one. So that's now currently owned by me. And one thing you have to do is you have to right click on them to bind them to yourself before you put them on. I found out the hard way because when I did this in single player, I totally forgot about that and I kept taking damage and I was like, why am I taking damage from the fire resistance? Well, it's because it wasn't bound to me. And luckily we had a Blood Magic Pro in our Utopia chat, Michael, who quickly let me know that you need to bind yourself. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to do that. But yes, you have to remember to bind yourself. It doesn't actually do anything when you click it. It doesn't make a sound or anything, but once it's done, it's going to say the owner on here. So it's much like you do with the orbs and the activation crystals and things like that. But there we go. So that's on there now. You can see I have fire resistance because I'm wearing my chest plate, and what that's going to be doing is that's going to be taking LP from my network. So we have 55,653. There we go, 55,553, and that's going to go down 100 every time. Luckily we have the zombies in there, so they'll probably top it up. But that's kind of cool. So it means we're not going to take any fire damage, which is nice. But we're going to want a way of turning this off because we're not always going to want the fire protection, are we? We don't need it all the time. And we can do that with a armor inhibitor. Yes, because the way to look at it with these chest plates and such is they have been bound with devilish protection. A demon's soul has been placed inside these bound pieces. And we need to inhibit this demon from doing stuff. Yes, so let's have a look at the inhibitor. Here we go. So we need an armor inhibitor used to suppress a soul's unnatural abilities. So for this we need gold and we need a weak blood shard. And I think I have some gold in here. We need another blood shard. Let's go and beat on another zombie quickly. Let's do that. There we go. And we'll get this guy out and we'll beat on the zombie for a second. And hopefully we'll get ourselves. I get one? No, not today. Let's give it a second. Another one will drop down in a mo, and hopefully we'll be able to get a blood shard from him. And then we'll make this armor inhibitor, which allows us to turn off the effects of our armor, which is kind of cool. Another thing that I want to test shortly is we're going to take a quick trip to the Nether, because I want to see how all of this works as far as damage limitation goes. Let's turn that off. So I get kind of, you know, a rough idea of how much it's going to help. And whether it's actually worth it, because, you know, it might not even be worth it. So now we've got this, let's make one of these. I think we've got a crafting table over this way, and we do need a little bit of food. Oh, I'm going to have a Raspberry Pi. Yeah. Nice. You see now that we've got 2.5 or 2.25. Well, less now. 2 and a bit. 1 and a bit. It goes down so fast. But yeah, you can see how much saturation we've got, so we know when we need to eat next. So let's do this. Make ourselves an armor inhibitor. There we are. And now, if we put on our chest plate, we'll still get the fire resistance, but if I inhibit it like this, you can now see that on the right it says inhibit, and we won't be using any of the LP from our network to provide the power to the sigil that we've implanted into our bound chest plate. Yes, very nice. And I shouldn't be taking any more of this. Yeah, we can see that it's going up because of all the zombie guys in there. Cool. Alright, so we're practically set with all of this now. There are other things that I can add to it. So I was going to add the divination sigil to it so that I get night vision. But I thought, hey, I've got some potions and things, some splash potions. I'd rather save my LP and not have it running up really fast. So what we'll do is we'll wait until we've got the wither skeleton heads. I want 4 of those so I can grow them as magical crops. And then we can do the wither fights and get the beacons so I can make a tier 5 altar, and then I'll add the master blood orb to my suit. And that will neglect any of the LP that's taken from the network, which is awesome. So then we'll get all of the effects for free, pretty much, which is nice. So let's make our way back to the base. And we're going to go to the Nether. That sounds pretty fun, doesn't it? Yeah. Now, one thing that you guys are going to find pretty funny is I got 2 deaths. And you guys are probably never going to believe me how I have 2 deaths. but it's actually... I got killed by a boat. I actually got killed by a boat. That's why I'm going nowhere near this anymore. I'll swim the rest. I'm fine. Yeah, I kind of rode into here a little bit too fast. And vanilla boat mechanics plus non-infinite water and half slabs does not mix. Yeah, don't do that. Because you'll go straight into it and you just pop and die. No matter what armor you've got, it's GG. I don't even think our bound armor could save us there. No. Now, I want to make a new bow before we go there, because we got loads of this stuff last time. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this stuff in here in case I need to quickly grab it again. There we go, let's put that in there. And I'm going to keep out my inhibitor for when I actually want to turn it on. But we got this flame string. We're going to want some bloodwood. Let's see. Where did I play? There we go, cool. So I want bloodwood, and we can use this, I believe, for making a bow. And I think this bow is meant to be kind of better, you know? Yeah. Alright, let's make a bow and see what it's like, and then we'll do some enchants. There we go, make some sticks. And we'll make a bow. So we got a bloodwood bow. So is it better than the other one? 1,501, 384. Yeah, so it's got much better durability, I guess. That's a start. Let's put some of that in there. And that in there. Cool. And we'll get ourselves a level 30 enchant, see what we got. I really hope that we get something good, because I am known for getting the worst enchants possible. But we do need to quickly drink some of this. So let's grab some of this. There we go. Yummy, yummy experience. So yeah, we're going to go to the Nether. We're going to try and find ourselves a Nether fortress quickly, because with the reset, well, not the reset, but with the update, I've lost my map. You can see my map no longer shows the area around me. It's reset. So I want to go and find a dungeon, just so I got it marked on there. So in the next episode, me and Nemsun can join forces. Hopefully by then he'll have his own set of bound armor, and we'll be able to beat on some wither skeletons and hopefully get some skulls so they can get grown. Because it's all about beating on withers from now onwards, really. That's the main thing. We need those for the tier 5 altar, so we can progress further. And I know Nemsun wants to do some stuff with killing death. That's definitely going to be a barrel of laughs, so... yeah. It's all going down. Right, let's give this guy an enchant, see what we get. I really, really hope it's a good one. And... I'm not going to go with the first one. I'm not even going to take the second one. I'm going to go with the third one. Poof. Unbreaking 3, power 3. And what do we got on the bow? We got flame 1, power 4. Breaking, power 3, power 4, flame 1. Oh, it's really close. But I guess the unbreaking kind of sells it. Yeah, now we'll give it a try. See if it's any better. Maybe the bloodwood just does more damage by itself. Who knows? But let's quickly have a bite, and then we're going to go to the Nether and check this out. I think the Nether portal's currently disabled, but it should be fine, so let's make our way over here. Now, it's been a while since I've been to the Nether, so there could be a quadrillion bad guys in there, but we are pretty strong now, so I think we're going to be alright. Plus, my sword has upgraded since the last episode. I managed to get enough XP to upgrade it again, and now it's a Grand Master. We have Lifesteal 4, Auto Repair, Firing, Beheading 2, so I'm going to keep this broadsword out, even though we have the bound blade, because it's got the beheading on it. So as far as that goes, it's kind of handy. Now, I think it was this way last time, and I'm going to use my splash potion so we can see a little bit. Well, at least you guys can see a little bit better, right? And we're going to be a little bit careful. Now, I'm going to take this and this, and I'm going to do this. And we're just going to see how much it takes. So we're going to try and be a little bit quick. Oh my god, there's so many Asmodees. Right, let's get going then, I guess. That didn't hit. It doesn't look like we're doing any additional damage. Oh, jeez. Come on, guys, it's time to die. Oh my god, there's a giant guy right behind me. Okay, right, I'm just going to hide in here for 2 seconds. 61,689, right, so we still got that. I know I'm not taking any fire damage at the minute, so let's inhibit this. Oh god, The only thing with the Nether is you get so much random rubbish. It's unreal. There's like a quadrillion Asmodees. And you know, I'm going to take a shot just to see how it works. 61,089. There we go. 60,489. So that was like... Oh my god, that was... Actually, wasn't that bad. It was like 500-ish, I guess. 59. Yeah, it's about 500 a piece. Still pretty expensive. And how much damage is this doing? So that's doing about that. Let's try this one out. Because I know which bow's better. Like, it's got a power on it. 17. 19. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, I'm being dragged off by a guy. Kill the thing! Kill the thing! Why am I stuck? Wow, I got killed by that. And let's turn that on. Fire resistance, thank you. Still taking a load of damage. Whoo! 42,000. I ain't gonna lie, but that was a lot of damage that I didn't think I would have took. I'm starting to wonder if this armor is really all it's... I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little early to judge whether this armor is actually any good or not. Because one thing, I think, is most of these Lycanites mobs actually use elemental damage, and physical damage and projectile damage are two different things. So I'm pretty sure anything that tries to beat us up from afar, which is practically everything in the Nether, is going to still do a load of damage to us. That kind of sucks. But hey, I wonder if there's an upgrade that stops that from happening. Yeah, I'm just going to go in with my life steal, because this should give me loads of life back. Yeah, look at that. Straight back up. Oh my god, many midgets. Many midgets. There we go. Okay. How much rubbish have I got? Many rubbish. So much going to the Nether, it's insane. Right. I think we've killed the spawn of hell that had built up around the portal for some time. Now, if I remember rightly, there was... Oh, there's a face. There was a face. Yeah, here we go. There's a fortress. So, I guess the main thing really is just to get wither skeleton skulls. That's all we can really do now before I can upgrade my altar. And it's just more luck, really, than anything else, getting the skulls that you need. I do find it a little bit harder, though, because with Lycanites mobs and a lot of the spawns are taken up. I think this is where me and Nemsun went in last time. Yeah. And with a lot of the spawns taken up, it's very hard for the vanillary stuff to spawn, which can cause a little problem sometimes. Let's eat this. Yummy. And have a look around. But we have to make sure we kill them with this so we can get the skull. And how much LP have I got? Because I really want to keep a check on this. 21,000. Man, that sucks. That sucks so bad. And obviously the spawners aren't going to spawn without a player around, are they? So the zombies aren't going to be doing anything. That's the only issue with that, is we have to stay around to make sure that we've got a nice load of LP stored up in our system. But I guess if we have a load in there, it's not all that bad. Oh, now it's got very dark. Let's get these guys out. Oh. Oh, is this like some sort of... Oh, it's one of those electric clouds. Oh! Cake! From the last time we came here. Oh. Hey, cakey! Nice. Yeah, I don't see any withers or wither skeletons or anything like that. It's really going to be one of those things where it's more a game of luck than anything else, because we can practically survive the Nether fairly easily now. I want to spend some more time here just to figure out whether this armor is actually all it's worked up to be. And I still think this bow is better. It seems to do more damage. But you see what I mean about the projectile damage? I'm still taking a load of damage. And a lot of the stuff in the Nether is projectile based. So, and if I was wearing my other armor, I would have took nowhere near as much damage as this, so, yes. But I guess for fighting things like, not even the Wither, because the Wither's projectile, isn't it? It's explosion projectile. So it's not even going to save me against that. Huh. I'm going to have to go see if there's a upgrade for projectile protection. Yes, because if we have that, then it's going to make it really worth it. I would be impressed with it then. That's going to be a thing. Oh, another face. Those guys, they're amazing. But yeah. Alright guys, well we're going to leave this episode here, I think. I'm going to go have a little scout around the Nether. Have a bit of fun. See if I can find myself some Wither skeleton skulls. And I'm going to see if there's any way of making this armor slightly better than it already is. Maybe we'll add some more of the sigils to it to make it a bit cooler. I'm kind of interested in adding the one that allows you to walk. It makes that like bridge below you, a phantom bridge. I'm kind of interested on that to see if it actually works well, because then we could just run around the roof of the Nether and not have to worry until we find anything, and then we can jump down and kill it. And if we add the air one, I think you don't take any damage, any full damage, so we can just kind of jump from anywhere. Which is kind of cool. Oh my god, I've angered the beasts. Oh, what was that? So many guys. Alright guys, well I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. Hey, at least I look pretty cool, right? That's funky. Yeah. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. And goodbye.